Hi, how's it going? Welcome back. So I would love to chat today a little bit about how the fall season actually interacts with each of the three doshas. What am I talking about? Yeah, that's a good question. So I've been noticing some of my friends getting super sick, um, yeah, some people are getting really like respiratory congestion and mucusy and lots of like congestion and mucus. And it's very interesting because I'm like, oh yeah, well, you're Kapha. So that is how this time of year influences the way that illness shows up in your body. Because let's go back to what Kapha is. Kapha is water and earth, okay? And the place of kapha in the body is like from the belly button up. So that's like all this area. And so you've got dampness, cold kind of weather during the fall, and that aggravates kapha's elements, which are water and earth. Okay, so if you're majorly, if you're, yeah, if you are mostly kapha in your prakriti, like your constitution, then you're going to experience the effects of fall weather if you live in a place that gets fall weather, like that, the rain and the kind of the heaviness. Then that's going to increase those elements in your body, leaving you with respiratory congestion, coughing, mucus, things like that. Okay, so we've talked about kapha. Let's talk about pitta. So I have some pitta friends, and I'm quite pitta. Pitta's pretty strong. Okay, pitta is fire and water, and their digestion is usually, it's fiery. Okay, so it burns through a lot. So pitta's capable of burning through things, whether that be illnesses or you know a project at work. They just kind of they dive right in and they penetrate and they don't stop till they're done, and it's like go time. So you don't see a lot of like mucus stuff with pitta. What you would see with pitta is stuff related to fire. So rashes, for example. Yeah, and that's like the main one that I'm gonna touch on. So like yeah, rashes, inflammation as well, and like acidity. Okay, so acidity in your digestion, like acid reflux or yeah, indigestion that feels like burning. So let's go to Vata. What happens to Vata during the fall weather? Okay, so we mentioned that fall brings a lot of like water, dampness, but it's also very windy, and Vata is made of ether and air. So that extra wind and colder temperatures create more anxiety for Vata, more dryness in the body, dry joints, kind of crackling. Um, what else? Constipation. Yeah, with the dryness, it like sucks the moisture out of the body. Yeah, and with all that like kind of wind and like anxiety and kind of mental disturbance comes insomnia for a lot of Vata people. So, as you can see, which is why I love Ayurveda, the fall season affects everybody differently. And it's not just these three, not everybody falls, it's not that 33 point whatever percent of the entire population falls into the Pitta category, and 1/3 falls into Vata and 1/3 falls into Kapha. It's not that, because we're all our own unique mixture of these doshas. But when you are predominantly, which most people are, one or two of these doshas, you will see that you fall into, one of these categories. And I'm seeing it with my friends. It's wonderful. So I was just talking to a friend last night, the night before, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like I never get sick." I'm like, right, well, you're Pitta. And I was talking to another friend. Oh, I just got super sick, man. I was like all mucusy and just like respiratory. It was just all like up in my head and my chest. I'm like, right, well, you're Kapha, so that makes sense, you know. Um, so yeah, I haven't spoken to a Vata person lately, so feel free to reach out to me and we'll chat. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to create this video, nice short and sweet video about how the fall season shows up in each dosha specifically. So if you like this, feel free to, if you like this and you want to see more things like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And you can follow me on Instagram. I am Care by Kelsey because I care and I'm Kelsey.